Hey Ranger Nation, so today we've got another tier list and I am having a blast doing this. We've got a few more coming up, but let's talk about these ones. Now this one is the Sega Mega Drive or Genesis Classics. Now I've gone into what tiers. Now we've shortened this down because there's a ton of them. We've got S rank, which is the best one, and then garbage, pure garbage. I'm going to give my reasons. There are some good ones that will get me raging. Okay, so also haven't played. These are ones that I can't judge, so I'm not going to. So I've already kind of classified them, but hopefully we may go into a little bit more. Okay, so the first one is Alex the Kid. I'm going to give that kind of a B. I remember playing it a lot when I was a kid, and it was a lot of fun. Or am I thinking of the Master System version? Either way, it was a lot of fun. I like the story, but again, I can't really remember much of it. I just remember enjoying parts of it. Alien Storm. Okay, I'm sure. Have I played that one? Am I thinking? No, I'm going to say I haven't played that one. I generally thought that that was the one where it's R-Type. Okay, so Alternate Beats, garbage. Just garbage game. Played it, got very far in it. I just didn't like the concept of changing into a cool beast. Not a cool beast, but that thing like when all kids are like, oh my god, this is so cool. I never thought it was. I generally really didn't like it, and I just didn't like the story game. Got very close to the end, but couldn't. Oh, just no. Okay, so this one is... Okay, I've not played that one. How did that get in there? Okay, so Columns 3. To me, it was just like Tetris. I didn't really get into it. Not as much as I wanted to, so we're going to do it with Columns. Now, Columns was okay. It was something different, so it wasn't like Tetris in my eyes, but it felt like it. It's all now coming back to me. So I thought it was okay. I genuinely thought it was okay. I like getting rid of them. Obviously matching them up was okay. Okay, so Comic Zone, gonna give a B. Generally enjoyed it. Haven't played enough of it. I kind of really want to do it, but I'm guessing it's going to come out on pretty much every other console. I'm sure I can probably pick up Xbox Live or the PlayStation Network. So again, it was fine. I think it was very different, a lot from the past. Something that I generally kind of would get behind, so I may play it properly. A bit more, yeah. I might play it on the Xbox or the PlayStation, depending which one. Okay, so Decap Attack. Boom. Classic game. Love the comics that they did in Sonic the Comic, but I generally really like this. The ability to, I think he goes up and he's like, boom, boom, and he has the head in the chest, and then that's how he hits people. And then obviously throwing the skull when you got it. That was the power up. I think that was a great game. I loved it. It was something that I highly recommend playing. And I think it's like Igor, like the two people that would give you stuff, turned you into what you were. I think in the comics, the guy that becomes Decap or whatever, the main bad guy, was like a travel insurance salesman or something. It was fun. I really liked Decap Attack. It was a great game. Gunstar Hero, don't know why that's in there. Okay, so Dynamite Eddie, gonna give that one. Okay, that one a go because it felt very fun. I liked it. I'm making sure I don't cross over with anything at all. I think it felt like a decent game. Yeah, it is. It's Dynamite Eddie. Yes, okay, yeah, I remember it now. Got all these memories. I thought it was a great game. Very colourful, very comical, as in it as a comic effect. Oh, I absolutely loved it. Man, those are the games I really enjoyed. I really kind of miss where you would bow, just through your head, and you got different ones as well. You got the one of the bad guys was like a clockwork bad guy. Yeah, I remember a few of them. I really enjoyed it. I might have to go and play it. So, Echo the Dolphin, garbage game. Absolutely hate it. If you know me, it is one of the games that enrages me. I absolutely hate it. I hate the element, the thought of literally you open the game and you have to. It doesn't give you any sort of hint. It doesn't give you anything whatsoever. It just literally says, Nothing. It doesn't even say anything. Like, you have to figure it out yourself. There is no tutorial. There is nothing. You eat fish, which is fine. That's how you get your health back, I think. But, like, you have to talk to dolphins, and they just don't tell you what to do. And there's a point where if you want to get to the next level, you have to, like, jump as high as you can, but at a certain part, this game is infuriating, and I fucking hate it. Even like the guy who made it, they actually had an interview with him, and they said, yeah, he went, I didn't want this to be completed within a weekend, so I made it hard. It's a shit game. I fucking hate it. Gonna go, so it was Echoes of Time. What the fuck, Echo? So Echo and Echo 2, get there. I haven't played Echo Junior, don't give a shit about that. But the same sort of premise, the same sort of thing with Echo 2. Didn't like it. Even when they made a cartoon in Sonic the Comic, I just skipped past it because it was shit. I fucking hate it. Okay, so Eastward. I have played that one. I don't remember too much of it though. So it just gets a D. If I can't really remember it, it's not going into the I have not played. I just didn't like it. Okay, so Eternal Champions. I really like this. Now, when this first came out, there was a video shop across the road from me, and they had this on, they have it advertised, and I really, really wanted to play it, but someone stole it from them. And I was like, So I played it like years later, and it was a glorious game. I loved the fighting style. I loved the characters. I think there's one of the girls which I always chose because I thought she was amazing. And I really loved reading the comic book as well. There's the lion guy too. I really thought he was cool. So Eternal Champions was a great game. A game that I would love to play again. I might try and find it. See if it... I don't want to play emulator. I really want to see if it's on like Xbox. I really hope it's in the Megadrive Mini, because that's a game that I would wholeheartedly play. The guy, it reminded me a bit of X-Men. I'm sure there's a Cyclops guy. Yeah, I'm sure there is in that one. I'm going to have to look it up later. Okay, so, which is, that one I kind of remember. Green Round, I kind of do, but not enough. So I'm going to I'm going to put it in the garbage. It can go in the D section. Okay, so Golden Axe. A good game, I've got to admit. I kind of, I've played this a lot. I generally thought it was something different for the time that I played it when I was younger. When you're playing it now, it's slightly different too. I think one of the main things was like when you had certain levels and you would go after the goblins or the little elves that came up that would give you potions and stuff. I remember after seeing like there's some really cool animation, I decided to save up all the kind of stuff that you would get for it as well. So your power up would be over and over and over again. That was a really good one. Just seeing like the dragon like come down and like blast everyone. I always love it. So I'm gonna put like Golden Axe 1, 2, and I didn't really like 3. So I'm gonna put Golden Axe 2. It's the same sort of like premise. So Golden Axe 2 and Golden Axe 3. So Golden Axe 2 in the B, and Golden Axe 3C, because it wasn't as great as the other ones, I think. I didn't like that. I always remember like the big giant guards at the end, and I loved like knocking people off the dinosaurs or the animals and then jumping on top. That was such a good element. Back then, I'd never seen anything like it. Okay, so Kid Chameleon, I'm going to give an A game. It's got good. I loved how this was, how the characters were, how you got different helmets to power up. And also, I think they did a story in Sonic the Comic as well. If you've not read any of the Sonic comics, I highly recommend them. But I remember doing that, and like you'd be lost in the story. It was like you got sucked into a new visual arcade, like a holodeck, and then all of a sudden, like you were trapped inside it. But I really loved Kid Chameleon. It was a great game. There's so many characters, so many choices. It was a perfect game in my eyes. I really hope it's on the Mega Drive Mini so I can actually get a feel for that game again. Okay, so Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. Recently been playing that in the Sonic Mania thing, so I'm going to give it a C because, again, it was like Tetris in another way. It got harder and harder. I absolutely adored Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. Great game. I kind of really wish there was a little bit more to it. But again, like I might have to really play it again, because I like those sorts of games now. I never really liked it back in the day. So Revenge of Shinobi, I'm gonna give it a B. I'd never really played anything like this, and the fact is that the UK never got ninjas or anything like that. So to me, that was something different. I wholeheartedly enjoyed it. But again, it's something that was a little bit different. I just remember getting not past the first level and getting absolutely destroyed. But then again, it was something that I'd never really played, so it felt weird. But it was a great game. Great game. Okay, Ristar, I am going to give... I'm going to give a B to that one, because it felt like Sega wanted to move on from Sonic, so they decided to have like Ristar, and it was like kind of like giving more to that one. It was kind of giving more like, oh, he's the next coolest kid, so Ristar is the best. I remember I've also bought it on mobile so I can actually play this again, because I remember having fond memories of it. I just think it's cool. Okay, so Shining Force, I kind of remember playing that one. I'm going to put Shining Force first one and two. So I think it was kind of like an RPG type game. I remember playing it but not having much of an interest in it. So I'm not gonna. I'm gonna put Shinobi. Yeah, I'm gonna have that one. Is it not? It's not columns out. There we go. So we're gonna move that one there. So yeah. So Shinobi was the same. I'd probably say. I think I played the Revenge of Shinobi first. I remember also playing it on the Game Gear when I borrowed it off someone. Yeah, that was the thing. Okay, so Sonic 1. Where are we going to put you? I hate the fact that it's dropped it down. So, same sort of thing. If you've seen the Sonic video, I'm going to give it a B. I'm not going to really talk much about it. I just remember it being a pinnacle game. Sonic 2, you are going S rank, because you were a classic game. Can't believe like nothing has hit S rank. Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I can't remember where I put you in the last video. So I'm going to put you as C grade. I'm going to put you C grade. Oh, Sonic Blast, garbage game. Absolutely hated this game as a kid. I didn't like the 3D element. I thought it was hard to control. I felt like it was not a Sonic game at all. It felt very shit. And it just felt like it was we're trying something different. We're trying the realms of 3D because every single person's doing it right now. I just couldn't get behind it. It felt like Sonic's meant to run. Like, he'd gain speed and then stop because there's going to be a wall. And collecting flickies, no. So I think for that time, it needs to go. It needs to go. Sonic CD, I'm going to put you in... I'm going to put you in a C grade. Again, I've talked about it. Good game. Think it could be better. Okay. Sonic Spinball, garbage game. Hate it. Think it's garbage. Check out the Sonic video that I've done. Space Harrier 2. I remember little bits about playing that. Was okay at the time. Something that I would possibly not kind of play a lot of. No, okay, so okay, right. So Streets of Rage. I freaking adore Streets of Rage. Where did I put you? You go in an S tier. I loved the first one because it's a game that actually, no, I'm going to put you in A. As much as I think, the next one I love the most. So yeah, it was something that I'd never experienced as a kid, and it was something that I generally really loved. It was different, it was unique, and it was something that I would wholeheartedly love to play. It was hard as well, and I think that's what made it more appealing. But Streets of Rage 2, a S-rank game. I love this because Streets of Rage 2 was a game that I really loved. It was a game that I was not able to play it because I was not in the age range, but my dad bought it for me, and all I wanted to do was play Streets of Rage. I remember after he bought that for me, we went to this place, like it's a kitchen shop, so he could talk to someone, and I got bored. And I remember saying, like, all you want to do is go home and play that. I was like, yeah, I do, because it's a new game. It looks cool. I remember playing it, and I loved every second of it. I loved the fact that you could be any character, and it was a game that would challenge you at the same time. It was just a lovely game. Streets of Rage 3. Okay. Not the best game. I didn't really enjoy it, so I'm going to give that a D. It wasn't the best game. I don't know why. I recently replayed Streets of Rage 3, but in the Japanese one. Oh god, it's so much fun. But there's so much content that was cut from it. So, yeah, like, no, I'm actually going to give you a C. You're going to move up to C. Yeah, it was a game that I recommend. I generally thought it was going to be like 2. And obviously the gameplay is, but it didn't have that feel. So I wasn't a big fan of that one. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to leave it. Okay, so I never played the second Toe Jam and Earl. Toe Jam and Earl, D. Yeah, it's going to go in the D. It was a fun game, but a game that I generally didn't really enjoy that much. I think it was just like, again, there wasn't much to do. It's like, yeah, you go collect people, but then that was it. So you just went walking, and that was it. There was nothing that was challenging for me. So I got very bored of it really quickly. Okay, so Wonder Boy. I think you're going to go in the D. The first one. Again, I think this was my kind of like my first interaction with games like had that sort of RPG style. I just generally didn't like it that much. I felt like it was it's very hard to explain thinking back when I was a kid playing these games. Just wasn't the one I wanted to play. But the Wonder Boy in Monster World, I'm going to give you a B on this. No? Yeah, I'm going to give you a B because I recently have been replaying it, and I remember playing at friends' houses when I was younger as well, and that was a way of just going back and like getting introduced to RPGs, and yeah, just like you had to get certain things to unlock, so you had to scroll, you had to really go for it. So yeah, I generally enjoyed it and just playing the games and like buying items that I needed. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that one. I might play the ones that I've not played. I'm sure I've played one of the Phantasy Star Onlines. I think it's Phantasy Star Online, that one there. I think I kind of remember it. No, yeah, the rest of them I've not played. Maybe I played Virtual Fighter 2, but can't really remember it. So yeah, that is my kind of list on it. That is my list on some of the Sega Genesis games, on Sega Megadrive games. I'm happy with my list. All the sorts of links to this one, obviously, is going to be in the description. So yeah, it's a great game. It's great fun. Something that I would recommend. And yeah, so what are your lists? Like, would you agree with everything I said? Like, it's very hard to kind of like think back on the games that I've played when I was younger, but when I've played most of this now, it brings back so much memories. So yeah, what are your thoughts on this? Like, do you agree with everything that I've said? Do you like what I've said? Is your list exactly the same? Let me know down below in the comments. I'd love to look at them and be like, yes, this is great. So yeah, definitely like message and stuff in the comments. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. If you like this video, then like, favorite, comment, and consider subscribing. Check that cheeky notification bell for more videos. And if you want me to do more of these, I really want to do more, then just like the more likes, the more comments, is definitely for sure. Yeah, let's get this going. I really like this. So Ranger Nation, I'm going to leave it there. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a bit.